which is telling you those countless stories now of children who are losing it all in Gaza. Some have miraculously survived the airstrikes, but there are stories now of entire families that have been wiped out. Take a look.
Heartbreaking images continue to pour in from Gaza, of houses destroyed, of families broken apart. The children who survived the aerial strikes are considered the lucky ones. But are they really lucky? There are countless stories of children now orphaned with nowhere to go and nobody to care for them. These twins in Gaza, Wateen and Ahmed, had just finished breastfeeding and were put to sleep when an Israeli strike hit their home at around 2 a.m. in Gaza's Khan Yunis on 19th October. Their mother was killed instantly, but the twins survived and have now been separated. Wateen with her aunt being treated for injuries at the hospital, while Ahmed sent to stay with relatives.
She was protecting the boy, Ahmed, so he wasn't injured. But the daughter, as you can see, is injured. What did they do to deserve this? Ahmed is at home, and I am sure he feels the absence of his sister. As we say, twins are always connected. He's always crying at home, and she is in the hospital.
While 2-month-old Wateen remains in hospital, her brother has been sent far away. It could take years to ensure they live under the same roof again. Born together, but separated by war.
After the airstrike, we are the closest people to Wateen, but she doesn't recognize us. Her father plays with her, but she doesn't recognize him. Aside from the pain she is experiencing, a while ago there was an airstrike and she started to scream.
There are unfortunately many such incidents of children suffering the consequences of this war. 18-year-old Dima Alamdani and her family were among hundreds of thousands of Gaza residents fleeing the south to avoid the constant onslaught of Israeli airstrikes in the north. With nowhere else to go, family of 17 settled in a temporary shelter in Khan Yunis with hope that they had found temporary sanctuary. But overnight on 17th October, massive bombing at the shelter led to 13 of their relatives, including her parents and siblings, to perish. Alamdani has had to grow up overnight into an adult, having to identify the bodies of her immediate family at a local morgue.
I went to look for my mother, my father, and my siblings. At the first, they told me to come see your mother. They didn't show me her face, but I recognized her from what she has on her feet. God bless her soul. I felt heartbroken. It was like a nightmare. They opened my father's coffin and had no signs of injuries, but he died. God bless his soul. I had a 16-year-old sister among the dead, and they wrote my name on her coffin since they thought it was me. Her body didn't have any signs of injuries, but maybe she died from internal injuries.
This teenager has no time to mourn. She now has to care for her brother and 2 younger cousins who survived the bombing with her.
They showed me my little sister. She's in first grade, and they asked me who is she. At first I did not recognize her due to all the cuts and burns on her face. Then they wrote her name on her coffin. I would have never thought my family would end up like this. I felt heartbroken. It's a nightmare. I can't believe it until now that they are all dead. No one left.
These children have lost everything. Their home, their family, and now facing a daunting task of rebuilding their life with nothing and nobody to help. Bureau Report, India Today.